You have come into this courthouse several times and caused scenes.
I've never made a scene with you.
So unfortunately, no, but I've heard your reputation precedes you.
Okay, I'm at the courthouse. Gotta get some paperwork or something done. Let's see if we can get in and out of here without these people losing their self-control. I'm going to be nice, guys. Gotta go in and get the plates for my new van. Now I know they're gonna charge me a bunch of extortion fees. I knew that coming down here, but what do? If we don't pay their extortion fees, let's face it, they will put us in a cage, and if we try and defend our rights, they'll put us in a box in the ground. That's America today. But rest assured, it will be spun as America's great, you have to do your part. Let's see if everything goes smoothly. The Grant County Courthouse, just like pretty much every courthouse in America, is the biggest criminal enclave in this entire county. This right here, guys, this is where the money is.
Don't want to be filmed.
Well, you're in a public place, and you're doing a public job, so that's what happens in public places. They film us when they drag us into these fake courtrooms in here. You know,
guess what? I'm not a public servant, so.
Right. Well, what are you doing here then with a badge?
I'm a security officer, but I'm not a.
Okay, well, today you're a public servant then. So I'm not trying to pick a fight with you, but understand that if you're working in a public place, just like when you go into the courtroom, I mean, there's cameras running in there. People can film in a public place. But when you're in here and being an enforcer, then you're going to be filmed.
Security officers are not public servants.
Then you have no right wearing a badge in here.
That's the job, though.
Just remember, there's never just doing your job. There's only right and wrong. So as long as you're doing right, that's the main thing, you know? So anyways, you have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
What am I paying for? Is there certain extra tax? Is that what I'm paying for?
No, you're paying for a title transfer, you're paying for plates, you're paying for a state patrol inspection.
State Patrol didn't inspect it.
Part of licensing is that the VIN number, when it's from out of state, gets into a database. The state patrol runs that VIN number to make sure the vehicle's not stolen. So that's part of the process.
Can I just see a list of what I'm paying for, just so I know?
It will, when I print it out, it will show a list.
Okay, so go ahead and print a list, just so I can see it.
Okay, are we paying check, cash, or debit?
Well, first I'm going to see what I'm getting charged for.
Okay, I can't get any further until I enter check, cash, or debit.
Okay, so we'll do debit.
And it will charge you $2 to use a debit.
I'm here to be extorted, so I guess that's what it is.
Gavin, don't even start giving me a hard time, okay?
Just show me the numbers.
I can't until are we paying debit?
Debit's
and you're
fine,
gonna
like
pay
I
the
just
extra $2. I just
That's how it's gonna work.
Okay.
That's what we're in the business of here.
Okay, we have to run the debit before it's gonna print out what your fees are.
So you
I'll
want me
have
to
to get
pay
clear to
before
the
I see what I'm paying for?
I just told you, you're paying licensing for the van. You're paying $24 for the plate.
Okay, so if we can't print it, so licensing for the van is how much?
$132.75.
And I'm paying extra license, that's the plates.
No, $132.75 is the licensing.
Okay.
24 is the plates, as I already said. 15 is the state patrol inspection. $37.50 is to apply for the title.
What's this for? This is the tax? Is the check they sent
That's
you?
the sales tax.
And the licensing,
Is $132.75, which is based on the weight of the van. And it's a 1-ton van, so it's more to license than, of course, a 1/2 ton or a 3/4 ton.
so we got rid of the $30 and now they're charging my weight.
And you
again.
know that fully well. You're not going to stand here and give me a hard time. I have a line out the door. I want to wait on some more people. I knew you were going to do this when you came in. Anyway.
The only one
that's
who's getting
what it
upset
is.
here is you, ma'am.
That's because I knew you would.
I just want to know what I'm paying for
I just told
and
you,
what I'm being charged for.
$132.75 is the license tabs. $15 is the state patrol.
I realize you expect us all to bow down and never question you.
I
but
didn't
that's,
say that.
That's not
you
the
just
right
never-
way to do it.
So would you like to finish this transaction today?
Yeah, I just want to
Okay.
make sure. I knew I was coming in here to be extorted. I just want to make sure I know what I'm paying for. So the licensing is the basic thing that used to be $30, and now it's more because they're charging a weight fee, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm paying for the plates, which is the 30, whatever
It's
it is.
$24.
You're an incredibly hostile person, ma'am, and there's no
It's
need for
because
that.
I when I saw you in line, I just knew.
I'm trying to be
Yeah.
nice to you,
Okay,
and
and
you're
I
trying to
told
make
you.
a scene, is what's
No, I'm
happening
not.
here. It's perfectly reasonable for me to ask what I'm paying
And I
for
told you,
before I pay.
$132.75 is tabs, 24 for plates. I already told you, I don't make the rules. This is how much it is.
I understand. You just
called
do
I
your
left
job
you a
like
message.
everybody, right?
It's lower than what
so
I
you do
quoted
have it
you.
itemized there then.
Well, no, this is what, when I called and left you a message and I said, this is approximate, because until I get in the system, I do
Right.
not know what it's gonna come out to.
And all I'm doing, I knew that I was going to have to pay more than I wanted to. All I'm doing is, it's not fair for you to expect people to pay without knowing what they're paying for. It's perfectly reasonable for me
Okay,
to
and
ask
I
for an
just told you,
itemization.
would you like me to finalize this?
So I'm just making sure I understand. Is the state patrol thing new? I've never seen that
No,
before.
it's been like that since, well, I've been in licensing since 1981.
So basically, I'm just paying $25 to the state patrol
You're
for
paying
nothing.
$15 for them to run the VIN number to assure that this out-of-state vehicle,
Okay.
that this is a legit title and all that's good.
Okay.
Because we don't have any way of knowing. It's from New Mexico.
No, it's from Idaho.
No, it's from New Mexico.
All right, well, I guess it is what it is. You need to learn to treat people with respect, though.
You have come into this courthouse several times and caused scenes.
I've never made a scene with you.
So unfortunately, no, but I've heard your reputation precede you.
Because I hold government accountable? Is that what bothers you?
No.
That I stand up to extortioners and abusers?
No, it's because
and
you harass people.
I harass people.
You do.
You're
Anyway,
harassing me right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get finished so that I can wait on all these
Well, let's
other
get finished then. Give me the totals so that we can
It's
we can write it up.
209.25.
If you don't like your job,
I
you
love
should
my
get a
job.
different job.
I love my job. How many people in this room have I waited on? Almost everybody? And am I always polite and kind? Yes, I am. Thank you.
Except for today.
No, I've been fine all day long.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and write it up.
She's told you 3 times how much it is, Gavin. Just pay her.
Thank you, sir.
Just give her the extortion money.
Just
Don't
give her
ever
the money,
question
but
what's
don't
being
drive
what's
your
being
car.
asked about it.
Yeah.
Just do what the
Okay, go
government
ahead and
tells you
slide
because
your
it's
card.
American. Celebrate the
Well, you're
4th of
lucky
July.
You get to live here.
I'm lucky I get to live here.
And we'll move someplace else if you don't like it.
Is that what we say now when the government goes rogue?
Go ahead and
In our
finish your
country?
transaction, please.
Just move somewhere else. Don't pretend that when people question you, they're the bad guys because you can't control your emotions.
Alrighty, 2 plates. The one with the tab goes on the back.
And do I have a receipt? Or is that on here?
Right there.
Right there.
Thank you very much.
You have a nice day. Next time, just answer people's questions.
Next time, just leave.
Okay?
Just leave. I'm done waiting on you.
Don't
That's
order
all I have
people
to
around.
do.
Treat them with respect. and
I'll
they'll
get
treat
to you
you
as soon
with
as he's
respect.
done talking.
You have a nice day, ma'am. You wish you could say the same, huh?
The licenses, the permits to drive, to register our vehicle, they're all illegal. I don't believe that we can fight every battle to the death because we can only choose one hill to die on. We can call them out on it. We can expose people. And you know what? I hate coming in here because I know this whole place. I've called them out many times, although I've never had an incident in that room. But they hate me because I expose that their deeds are evil and that they do corruption for a paycheck. And they're charging me $200 and something. It's funny because the people voted on a law here in Washington a few years ago that said they could only charge $30 for licensing. This lady in here and all her cronies have blatantly ignored that, but she's just doing her job, right? They've blatantly ignored that. They've now added all these fees, so it's $200 to get the license to exercise my rights. The guy standing next to me that's saying, you're lucky to live here. You should just be glad you have what you have. Saying that if you don't like the tyranny that America has become, you should move is like saying there should be no freedom. You should just do whatever you're told. You should never question anybody. If we're basing it on that, the founding fathers just should have left the colonies instead of standing up for their freedom. That's what that man's saying, because we've become slaves. They will put a bullet in your head if you stand up and resist every tyranny. So you got to choose. I choose to take on the battles that try to help people that are suffering the most, to people that are locked away in our concentration camps, like the Bundys and the Schaefer Coxes and the Jeff Winehouses and the Leonard Peltiers. It's time to stop licking boots, America. You don't have to fight every battle every day, but you do need to use your voice. What, are you kidding me? The licensing lady flips out because I want an itemization of what I'm paying for, before I pay for it? Are you kidding me? So I'm shamed, my beliefs are shamed, my standards of right and wrong, my belief in liberty and the Constitution and justice and respect for others is shamed in front of this whole crowd of people because she cannot control her hate for the truth that I speak. You see what's happening here? If we simply ask questions, if we be critical thinkers, we're treated as crazies. they'll look to the other people in the line to attack us like piranhas, using the threat of, you guys have to wait in line longer if you let this guy question the system. The good old boys in the community, they're enlisted to shame us, say we're bad Americans and we don't belong here if we use the American value that is questioning authority, asking for our rights to be upheld and the Constitution to be followed. Do you guys realize as we approach the 4th of July that the tyranny that's happening in every community in America is worse than what our founding fathers went to war with the king over? It's worse. The redcoats were amateurs compared to the blue line and all their cronies. See all these fees here? They're the ones breaking the law. Aside from the fact that government has no right to make you license your wagon. Imagine if, like, George Washington had been told that he had to pay hundreds of dollars to license his horse, right? Imagine how the founding fathers would have reacted to such nonsense. But it's worse because in this state, it was getting so bad that the people actually voted on a law that said the government could only charge $32 maximum for licensing. And yet they've disobeyed the law. See, the criminal is the ones in our legislators, our judges, our blue line, and yes, even that lady at the counter who's enforcing that extortion and shaming those who question it. When you question authority, you change the world. So be quick to call out corruption and lies and injustice, and be just as quick to be forgiving and compassionate and kind. They're going psycho at the courthouse, working at the courthouse. Yeah. Tell you what, these people all need Jesus. That's what.